Welcome to the AFR Saints channel, where we provide you daily content on your favorite team, the New Orleans Saints. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Be sure to leave your comments below and smash that like button. Who dat? I've said it all along. It was never really in doubt. I said this for literally more than a year. So, it was last March. It was pre-quarantine when I first said the Saints should sign Jameis Winston and that he would be the heir apparent to Drew Brees. And here we are now more than a year later. And after last night's preseason game, many of you seem to be finally on board with that. And if you're not, that's okay. If you're still not sold at this point, one preseason game doesn't need to sell you that Jameis Winston is going to be an all-pro caliber quarterback, and I'm not even suggesting that's the reality. What I am saying is that, and what I've said all along, is that he certainly has the ability to be that, and this was always going to be the inevitable end. It's why they signed him last year, to sit behind Drew Brees, to get a close look at him and how he works and how he would factor within this locker room. And then when they re-signed him and he agreed to a one-year prove-it deal, this was always the inevitable end. It was never really a close competition, despite what anybody says. This was always going to be the inevitable end. It's why every time when we had Saints reporters on here, and I totally understand they're doing their job and reporting what they see at practice, I understand why they're reporting what they're told from the coaches, and that's 100% what they should do. That's their job. But this was always the inevitable end to where this was going to go. And Jameis was going to win this job, and they're going to roll with him, and we'll see how it may play out. Even still, based on what we all saw. And the entire second half of the game last night, the Monday Night Football crew basically all just, they essentially just told Taysom, hey, buddy, great go. Good luck wherever this may lead you after this. You really put up a great battle. Everyone knows this is inevitable, but in spite of that, Sean Payton still, after the game, would not put forth a timetable to formally name Jameis Winston the starter.
When we know what direction we're going, we'll let you guys know, and we're not going to, try to anticipate saying, hey, it's going to be midweek or next week. Yeah, that's, I think, the best way for us to handle it, and it's kind of how we've always handled something like this. But I was pleased with not just the quarterbacks. I was pleased with how we played as a team for the most part.
It's how we've always handled something like this. Oh, really? Please tell me all the things that you've had to handle like this. It's always been Drew Brees. Don't tell me that this is how you've handled things like this. There isn't anything like this. It's unprecedented in your time in New Orleans. Jameis was really good last night. And keep in mind, y'all, there was no preseason a year ago. And he played in relief of Brees in the game where Brees was hurt, but then Taysom started the next four. So Jameis Winston, last night was the first time he started a football game since his finale in Tampa. Here's what he said after the start.
I got to give God all the glory. I haven't started a football game in so long, man. So I was so excited to just get an opportunity to start and lead the pack, man. It was exciting, and the rhythm was great. Offensive line was phenomenal. And we had guys like Quez making plays all night, man. You got to love that.
The flip side of it is that it was not a great night for Taysom Hill, who had this to say after the Saints win last night.
It's hard to really give you a evaluation without seeing the film, but I think just like any other game, I think there's plays that I'd like to have back, and I think there was some good stuff that we did, and enough there to continue to build on and get ready for the season.
Taysom was sacked twice in the ball game. Had a couple of errant throws, probably got away with an interception or two. But the real perplexing thing, and I know I've made this point several times, and I'll continue to make it. I just don't understand why they won't run him. It's the differentiator for Taysom Hill. It's the thing he does that Jameis or other quarterbacks don't or can't. His ability to tuck the ball and to make something happen with his feet when a play breaks down, or If a defense is committing to defending the pass and there's a running lane, take off. But he didn't do that last night. He didn't have a rushing attempt. It just sort of defies logic to have a guy like Taysom Hill who has that ability to run the football and to not run him. And I understand what the NFL is. The NFL is a passing league, and you certainly don't want to subject your quarterback to hits unnecessarily. But this is an unusual circumstance with a guy who athletically is very gifted and has that weapon in his arsenal, and you're choosing not to use it when you don't run him. So, you know, I don't know. What I do know is it's undeniable that Jameis is the best option that New Orleans has. He has been that as well. And we'll see if it's good enough to win big. I don't have that answer. What I do know now and what I've believed all along and I've told you all along is that Jameis Winston is going to be the starting quarterback. And we all now understand that. I think one of the equally relevant questions is Taysom Hill lost around 20 pounds to compete for the starting quarterback job. He intentionally went and reshaped his body to lose weight, to make him more flexible, to be able to throw the ball. But in so doing and losing 20 pounds, is he the same guy as a runner, as a tight end, as an H-back, as a blocker? I don't know that. And if and when Sean Payton does name Jameis Winston the starter, does Taysom Hill revert to his slash role? I think that's his equally big a question. Is Taysom Hill willing to accept that role again? He was willing to do it when it was Drew Brees, because it's Drew Brees. Hey, man, there's a Hall of Famer playing there. You're not beating him out. So do you want to get on the field? If you do, here's what you do to help the team win. Is he willing to do that now? I don't know. You talk to anybody in the Saints organization, they'll tell you that Taysom Hill is like an all-time great dude. And if this is his path to the field in the NFL, so be it. But is he willing to accept that, or does he want to try to seek an opportunity to play quarterback elsewhere? I don't know. But at 31 years old, and what he is as a passer, as a quarterback, isn't really enough to warrant another team giving him an opportunity to be their starter. So it felt like, it's always felt like this was Sean Payton's pet project, and it was a fun test case, but it's over now. You got your guy, move forward with your guy, and see to what heights he can take you. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact, and be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.